Oh, hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ginelle Nere. Make sure that you hit the bell after you subscribe so that you can get every single notification whenever I make a new upload. So today I'm going to be talking about my undercut. If you haven't seen my video, I actually cut my hair a week ago tomorrow. I'm going to turn around for you. This is what it currently looks like. I'm going to insert some pictures and videos of what it looked like when it was fresh. 6 days later, I can't believe it. So I really thought that the undercut would last longer than 6 days. I mean, I knew that my hair grew fast, but it's like already it needs to be redone. So that's one thing that I totally did not calculate into getting an undercut. As much as I love it, I was like, geez, I didn't think that it would grow back so fast. I mean, if you can see, like literally, it's losing its shape, like it really has to be done again. I'm just surprised. I love it. I love everything about it. Thankfully, my husband, does his own hair and he clips and cuts and all that stuff. So he's definitely going to have to hook my hair up. But I just definitely wasn't expecting my hair to grow back that fast. I did not think that I would need another shape up 6 days later. Not even a full week because it's already losing its shape. Like, what? I'm not mad. I'm just like, Thankfully, my husband, clips his own hair and all that. Hopefully he can do mine. He said he would, so we'll see. I honestly love the style. I really love the fact that I can hide the undercut if I want to. I love that I can still do different styles to my hair, whether it's braids, whether it's twists, and the undercut, you can't really tell unless I style it in a half up, half down. But even then, you would only be able to see that part. You wouldn't be able to see the design of my hair. Let me stop playing with these curls. They're fresh out day one. If you want to see how I got these curls, make sure you check out the video up top and in the description. What else can I say about this undercut? It's going to require a lot of maintenance. That's for sure. It's going to require a lot of maintenance. I figured that. And I'm open to it. I'm ready to just, keep up with it and make sure that it's always looking fresh. This cut is dope though. I really love it. Makes me want to go shorter and actually have, that tapered cut look. But we'll see in due time. Let me know if you have an undercut, if you want to get an undercut. And make sure you leave that down in the comments. Are you ever willing to shave your head? And if you are, would it be half? Would it be the back? Would it just be the front? Would it just be a little bit? Let me know, okay? Overall, again, I really love my cut. I love the way it looks. Just wearing my hair like this in a top knot style, I think is extra beautiful. Curls popping, and then, you just have the back. I love just going like this to the back of my head. Like, it just feels so good. So soothing. I just need to make sure that it's fresh. You know what I mean? But 6 days later, though, I wouldn't have guessed it. So I will definitely keep you guys updated and just see how the maintenance of this undercut will be. I plan on keeping it for at least 2 years, at least a year, and then I can do designs and all that great stuff on it. But as far as the growth is crazy. It is definitely crazy, because if I just leave it alone and it just grows out, it's just going to be this. I won't have my design, which is fine. In this video, we're going to talk about some of the things that you need to know before you get an undercut. Okay, so number one, you want to make sure that you want this cut. If you are unsure, don't get it. okay? If you still don't know the pros and cons, don't get it. Now, I said I wanted it and I did it. I didn't look at videos to find out what the pros and the cons was because I knew that this is what I wanted and I was going to deal with it regardless. So make sure that you want this cut. Why? Because it requires a lot of maintenance. Listen, this is 2 going on 3 weeks, okay? Look how thick this is, okay? Now, depending on the look that you want, this can be okay for you, but it's not okay for me. Now, I'm definitely growing it out for a specific reason, but I will speak about that in another video. For that clip, I definitely want to say that it's very important to know that you're going to have to trim and line up your undercut. Now, with that being said, you may have to line it up every week, or you may have to line it up every 2 weeks. It depends on how fast your hair grows. And that's something that I honestly didn't really think about. I mean, I knew I would have to trim it and line it up, but I didn't really know the rate of how fast my hair grew. Because as you can see, 6 days later, I needed a lineup. Maybe not a full trim, but definitely a lineup. So if you are a very low maintenance type of person, I definitely don't recommend you getting an undercut if you're not going to keep it up. Because it's important for you to keep it up. I mean, why not? You know, you want to look cute and all that good stuff. So just take into consideration how fast your hair grows, because that is something that I definitely underestimated. Now, if my husband didn't hook me up, then I would have to go see my stylist every week. And that's just money that I'm spending to maintain my undercut. Now, if I have to go get an undercut lineup every single week, I have to take into consideration the fact that I gotta go get parking if it's during the week. So I have to pay for the meter and then I gotta pay for my cut. You know what I'm saying? So before getting that undercut, if you know somebody who's willing to hook you up, a friend, then hey, you save some money. But if not, then that's money you will have to spend. Now, granted, it's your decision to make whether you want an undercut or not, whether you know someone or not. But if you don't know someone and you still want an undercut and you're willing to cough up the money to maintain it, then hey, that's perfect. Now, I did not get my undercut, you know, already saying that my husband's going to hook me up. I was just willing to do what I needed to do to keep it maintained. But since my husband said he'll hook me up, that's a win in my situation. And that's pretty much it. Those are the top things to know. You want to make sure, again, that you want this cut. You want to make sure that you keep up with it. You want to make sure that you keep it constantly trimmed and lined up. The great thing about having an undercut is the fact that you can do so many different designs. So as you can see at this point, the second line that I had is growing out. So if I wanted to just have this all one length, I can. And then I can definitely just add designs to it, different designs. I don't have to keep the same 2-layer design like I did originally. There's definitely a lot of room to play with it. There's definitely a lot of room to just have fun. Honestly, getting an undercut was the best decision I ever made. I didn't want to get it when I was younger because I was just unsure. But now at this point in my life, I absolutely love it. And the fact that I can have some fresh sides and I can do so many different stuff to my hair just makes it even more dope. Now, again, if you saw my previous video, then you know that this will not last. Now, if you have long hair, if you have short hair, you can still do a lot of different styles with your hair, depending on the different looks that you're going for. You can still play around with it, which overall just feeds into your creativity, but also feeds into your personality. Overall, allows your personality to just shine. So even though my hair has grown out, I just get my brush and I just constantly brush it. Now, if I want to grab some gel, I can and just lay these sides down real quick. Keep it nice and slick, and it definitely changes the vibe of this style. I'm going to insert a nice little clip of my sides, freshly gelled down, so that you can see what it looks like. But that's pretty much it. So when it comes to products, you want to make sure that you are stocked up before you get your undercut. or you can just get the products the day of or within that week. But what I use on my hair is the Green Collection by Curls, this little travel size avocado hair mousse. I normally use this after I get my cut and before styling it, just to make sure I slick it down. And then I wrap it with the Rapid styling strips. And I usually leave that on for like 5 minutes and then I take it off. And that just assists in being able to keep these sides down. Now look, if I brush it up, this looks crazy, but if I brush it up, this is what it looks like, okay? I brush it down and then I apply the mousse. And as you can see, it can, obviously you can't really see it, but once I apply the mousse, it slicks it down and the styling strips just keep it in place. So if you need anything before you get your undercut, you want to make sure that you have some mousse. Now, I have used some gel. For my undercut, I have been using the Main Crush Curl-Tini gel, and it does wonders because it really just slicks it down, keeps it in place. I feel that sometimes the mousse doesn't give it enough hold, but that's because my hair has been in this thick state. But if it's, you know, if I have less hair in the top layer, that's what I'm going to call it, the top layer, then I think it does a great job. And that concludes this video. I did not want it to be too long, but I wanted it to be short and to the point. The essential items you may need when you have an undercut and things you need to know before you get it. Peace, love, positive vibes. Make sure that you leave me a comment down below if you liked it. If you have any questions about the undercut that I didn't answer in this video, make sure that you also leave me a comment. Subscribe to all my social media platforms, link in the description. And I hope you guys have an amazing day. Peace and love, positive vibes always.